Insights with Nandu. So in the last two videos, we saw some of the strategic responses, some of the underlying shifts that are going to happen because of COVID-19. Today's video, we're going to talk about what you can do in this crisis. There will be several people who will be laid off. There will be several people whose jobs will be downsized. There will be several people who may find it difficult to find a new job. And all these are real threats, and I feel for you. How can you manage all these threats and all these risks that are going to come? Because for sure there will be other crises with other kinds of implications in the years to come. So the question here is, how can you take everything that we talked about as valid for companies and apply them to you at an individual level? First step, recognize that there is a crisis, and just because you're not affected as yet doesn't mean you're never going to be affected. You might be affected. So the winners will be those people who actually prepare for it in advance. Okay? There's going to be a whole mass of people. You want to be amongst the people who are well prepared for it. Second thing, remind yourself of what is really important to you. What are your core values? What are your things that you will not compromise? What are the must-haves and the essentials in your particular life and life story? Once you've done that and you have a good understanding of that, then you start to make an inventory. What are the strengths you have? What are the gaps you have in your skill profile and resume going forward into this new crisis? What are the new kinds of skills that are in demand out there? And how can you prepare yourself to build those skills? It is possible that in the initial phases, many of us may have been tempted to use this lockdown as an extended holiday. And that's okay. That's perfectly normal. It's human behavior. But move beyond that to now say, I have some time on my hands. How can I devote 2 hours a day, 3 hours a day to actually building up the skills that I might lack as I see the industry shifting towards new kinds of skill requirements? Are they available on MOOCs? Are they available on webinars? Are they available on university platforms that you need to sign up to? Find out. One of the most important skills that you're going to need to be successful in this new reality that brings with it tremendous amount of disruption in business models, disruption in technology, disruption in kind of jobs that are going to be successful. One of the most important skills that you need to build and demonstrate to recruiters is learning agility. Do you have the ability to say, I'm able to pivot now and go here and learn this new skill, and because I have learned that new skill, I can be of value to you and help create value for you as an organization. Learning agility. Invest in yourself to build your learning skills. Second thing, network. And network means go out and meet people virtually in a socially distanced, appropriate manner, but build bridges and connections and more to learn about new segments of the economy and new parts of the economy to see and identify those sectors where in fact there may be growth, where you may be able to find a better fit. So build that network and let it be a diverse network. Yeah, people you know, people you like, but also people you don't really know who may be in different sectors, because the broader your network, the more opportunities you will be able to identify. Third thing, work on building your leadership skills and your communication skills. Yeah, the one thing that's never going to go out of fashion, no matter how much the technical skills might change and you might need to pivot, leadership requirements will always be there. Communication will always be a key skill that you need to invest in and learn to upgrade yourself. So how you communicate in writing, when sending a CV, how you communicate in a video interview, How do you communicate to somebody while meeting them face to face? All very important. And also how you communicate to peers and to people who report to you when you're leading teams. The chances are high that we are going to go into an economic model where a number of jobs will actually be project-based assignments. So there'll be projects and you will need to jump in and be part of a team or help lead a team. And that's where those leadership skills that you learned will become very, very important. Because of course, the more successful projects you can run and create, the more there will be a word of mouth about your ability and more there will be a need for you to come out and do more such projects. Having said those three, fourth most important, and this is really the fundamental key, is the attitude with which you approach this transformation. Do you approach this whole problem with an attitude to say, oh my God, I'm so unlucky, this crisis happened now, what can I do? Or do you approach it and say, this crisis happened now, it's affecting everybody in the market, my generation or other generations. I'm going to find a way to make this work to my advantage. If you can think of it in that way, then you look at it very, very differently. Okay? There are lots of stories I can tell you. So if you look at, for example, a young man born in Hungary before the Second World War, Anders Govers. So he was born in the Second World War. He was Jewish origin. When the Second World War happened, he was discriminated against badly. Then the communist era came, and again it was very difficult to get a job. Eventually he emigrated out of there, went to the US, where he learned English. He taught himself through night school. He became an engineer. He changed his name to Andy Grovers, and he started a company which is Intel. And Intel, as you know, is one of the most successful tech companies in the world over the last 30 to 40 years. Think of the amount of pain and negative headwinds that he faced. First, the being a Jewish person during the Second World War, second communist regime over there, third, migrating to the US with no understanding of English. Think of how his journey must have been. What's very important is the attitude with which you approach this journey. If you approach the journey and say, oh my God, this has happened, I can't do anything about it, what can I do? Well, that's probably what you will find. Go in there determined to find a way. That attitude is what separates winners from losers. So I look forward to meeting you again in the next session, where we will explore some other parts of how to build your leadership skills and your communication skills. And also we will talk about what gets you promoted in a job. I hope you found that useful and interesting. Now here's what I'd like you to do. If you liked the video, please click the like button. If there's something more you'd like to listen to or a point of view that you have, please engage, please leave a comment, and I'll try and respond to it either directly or in future videos. And most importantly, if you liked the video or you found something relevant, please share it with your friends. Finally, please hit the subscribe button and also click the bell icon so you can get notifications whenever we post fresh videos. Thank you for being with us and help make this channel a success, so together we can explore many new areas and grow intellectually together.